All right, today we are working on banded speed work with the squat and bench press. Why use bands? Why do I have this set up back here? Why strap bands to the barbell? And it's all about the speed of coming out of the bottom of the squat or your bench press. If you don't have a certain amount of speed coming out of the bottom of the squat, you're not gonna make the lift. So adding this resistance where the more you stand up, the further you stand up, the further you push the bar off your chest, the resistance increases, and focusing on driving through that increased resistance is gonna increase your ability to move more weight. So rather than just lift heavy, that lifting heavy is a primary thing you need to do to get stronger, but being able to move weight fast and under that increased resistance as you stand is also important for developing your strength. So this method was made popular by Westside Barbell and Louis Simmons. Louis Simmons is an absolute wizard when it comes to strength training, and the reason that he uses bands, chains, all those different implements is to avoid accommodation with just regular strength training, right? So if we're moving the barbell fast with chains with that increased resistance, or probably the best way to do it is gonna be with bands, that's gonna avoid your body from accommodating to a particular stimulus. And this is gonna be just one more way that we can push the body past its limits and give it a new stimulus to accommodate to. So Westside Barbell, check them out if you guys haven't yet. They have all sorts of great content, either on the YouTube channel, Instagram page, and that's where I got this from. So for band setup, you're gonna wanna use some kind of power rack, something that's either anchored to the floor with heavy weights like this one is, or actually drilled into the floor, into the concrete. Because I don't have the proper pins right now to perform banded work, I normally slide the pins in at the bottom of the rack. I've just got a set of heavy dumbbells, so more weight than what the band tension is at the top, to anchor the band at the bottom, and that's gonna provide my anchor point for the bands. Where I wanna set those bands up in terms of the relation to the rack and the barbell is I'm gonna move those bands just slightly back out from the rack, where I'm basically going to be squatting at when I unrack the barbell and move backwards. I want that resistance to be pretty much directly up and down today, so I'm gonna move those dumbbells just slightly back. I used a really lightweight band. Blue band is pretty light, but I wrapped it twice around to get my extra resistance. You don't need super thick bands to do this kind of work. A set of lighter weight bands and putting multiple on is gonna give you more variability in the resistance that you can get at the top. So today I know I've got a little bit over 110 pounds worth of resistance at the top. And the reason that, again, that I doubled these up is so when I go down, I don't lose the resistance on the way down. When I go down, the bands are still under tension. I'm under tension in the bottom of that squat, and the bands don't get sloppy. They don't get loose in the bottom. They're gonna stay tight the entire range of motion of the squat. So for sets and reps and percentages, when you're working with speed work, again, the primary goal of this session is going to be to move the weight fast. So you're going to be using between 40 to 50, maybe upwards of 60% of your 1 rep max with some band tension on there. But the key is, again, you have to be moving the barbell at a particular speed to get the required stimulus that you're looking for, right? So we want to keep that weight fairly light with the resistance on the bar. So today I'm going to use around 50% of my 1 rep max back squat, and I'm gonna be doing 12 sets of 2 reps. And I'm only gonna rest a minute to 90 seconds in between each set.
When they see what you're gonna do, play it back like a million times, because they know that you're the absolute, the original Moonwalker, heart stopper, yeah, the original black leather, forever, oh, the original. Touch a little solid gold. When you're classic, when you're
so remember, when you do this training, you can do it with any different movements that you want, right? You could do it with good mornings. We've done it with deadlifts before, bench press, strict press, any kind of pulling, pushing, anything that you basically use a barbell for. You can even do it with some of the Olympic lifts. I've seen it done with that under very, very light band tension. The number one recommendation for people who should be doing this, I feel like, are sport athletes. So if you're playing football, basketball, baseball, and you're looking for that extra advantage in terms of being able to run faster, jump higher, any of those things, incorporate some banded speed work into your lifting, your training. That's gonna give you that extra little edge in terms of being able to move more weight and being able to move weight faster. So if you can do that in the gym, it's gonna translate out onto the field for sure. So hope you guys like this. If you got any other questions, throw it down in the comments below. Remember to like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.